Well, here's the thing, Gwynny. You may have backed yourself an Oscar, but I backed myself an actual prince, a royal prince. Now, he may have been the ginger one and the shit one and the spare one, but he's royal all the same.
She's in a mess. She's in a real mess. And because of that, she's in a mess with Harry. And the whole thing is ridiculous. And she wants lots of money. She thought when she would marry Harry, he would have billions of amounts of money, but he only has a few million. Oh dear, that's no good. So she flirts with William to see, maybe, you never know.
Another week where Meghan Markle has been mocked by A-listers on both sides of the Atlantic. I'll get analysis from our Royal Mastermind Angela Levin in just one moment, but let's kick off with Katie Hopkins, the UK provocateur-in-chief, bringing, I would argue, possibly the most brutal takedown so far of With Love, Meghan.
Oh, hi, it's me, Princess Duchess Meghan Markle, just here in the kitchen, as you might expect, reimagining the banana split as we speak. Now, I hear that Gwynny Paltrow has been throwing some shade in my direction. Well, here's the thing, Gwynny. You may have backed yourself an Oscar, but I backed myself an actual prince, a royal prince. Now, he may have been the ginger one and the shit one and the spare one, but he's royal all the same. And here's the other thing. I am a strong black woman, and black trumps white any day of the week. Oh, sorry, you like my dress? Oh, thanks so much. This one is called the Windsor because I am cannibalizing my own family name harder than those nice Pakistani people in Bradford that make sexy times with their first cousins. Anyway, if I show you my children, Lilibet and Archie, will you buy one? Will you? Anybody?
And Angela, there is a serious point there, isn't there? Obviously, Katie Hopkins is a comedian these days, but there is a serious point there about the fact that this week she did even more start to pimp out, commercialize the kids. And it's so hypocritical, given that her and Prince Harry had previously been talking all about the ills of social media for children. So I think it's comedy sometimes that does point out their rank hypocrisy, right?
Yes. I didn't smile, as you probably saw. Those sort of things don't appeal to me. I know that what she says are maybe quite right, but it's not the sort of thing that I'm taking with it. I don't find it funny. But actually, if you think of the picture, Meghan with her little boy, Archie, look at that picture. It's absolutely astonishing. He's clinging onto the top of her leg, and his leg is round hers, and he's clinging onto her. I don't know. He doesn't seem happy. He doesn't seem relaxed. I'm much more concerned about that. What on earth is wrong with little boy? Does he want to be lifted up and say, it's not fair, you do it, my sister, and not me? I don't know. And some people say the leg is in the same position as another picture. I'm not good at that sort of thing, but I can see that actually he is very, very worried about life at that moment. Why did she take that when she wasn't even, as a photograph? I think that's also awful, that you see one picture with your child who looks very worried and anxious, and you carry on going because this is a picture you want, and then you're going to quickly come out with something else so that people will think, oh, that's great, let's see the children, now I want to buy that or take that or do that. I mean, you can see that it's all for herself, because why did she have to take that really heartbreaking picture?
Angela, we also have more this week from Bethany Frankel, who has given some, I guess, very constructive criticism of Meghan Markle, which has gone viral. And she's tried to explain why. Watch.
You saying it's all too perfect with Meghan and Harry. The one thing, I'm going to give them, we can't have it both ways. So someone like Meghan Markle enters the royal family. You're going to dress a little differently. You're going to act a little differently. The muted tones will surface, okay? Wonderful. They live in a beautiful home in Santa Barbara. He's a prince. Was a duchess. So she's got a glossy, perfect show of her house. What is she supposed to do? Be like me and have seaweed in her teeth? Like, she's fucking in Santa Barbara in a 13 million. It's okay for it to be perfect. She's supposed to now cosplay flawed. That's
Right.
annoying too.
That's annoying too.
Be who you actually are. We'll meet you there. Doesn't matter. Just don't get caught in the riptide between both.
And I thought that was such a good point, Angela Levin, because the thing is, an Us Weekly, where Meghan is on the cover this week, they're trying to portray Meghan as if she's some type of dork. And it's like, no, we don't buy it. This is the problem. There have been so many reinventions and none of them are authentic.
No, I don't think Meghan knows who she wants to be, actually. She keeps changing her mind and trying to do everything and hanging on to her title, which she really doesn't like because she doesn't like the royal family. You know, I mean, all of it is completely ridiculous. But she can't, you know, she wants to be a cook. She wants to make lovely meals, but she can't cook because she doesn't like baking and she doesn't like cooking. And, you know, I mean, she's in a mess. She's in a real mess. And because of that, she's in a mess with Harry, and the whole thing is ridiculous. And she wants lots of money. She thought when she would marry Harry, he would have billions of amounts of money, but he only has a few million. Oh dear, that's no good. So she flirts with William to see, maybe, you never know. And that's a ludicrous thing to say. So now she's determined and sure that she will become a very, very rich person doing it by herself. But the trouble with Meghan is she's never satisfied with anything like that. She could have the most amazing jewelry and amazingly expensive dresses and have the house and her 16 bathrooms, which I'm always mentioning because I can't believe it, and she still doesn't feel content with that. She's just very, very mixed woman. And the fact that we have had to stand it for this, for, you know, lots of love from Meghan, all Meghan, coming Meghan, and talking about how she's managing or how she's becoming so clever and hear what her friends are, but actually overtaking them because she's the only one she's interested in hearing. You know, she's in a mess, but she thinks she's perfect. So we're all wrong and she's all right.
Well, and she still does have the odd defender, Angela Levin. Look at this from the UK's Jeremy Vine show this week.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know, privy to the royal purse. Charles
well, they call themselves Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
Well, they
are.
That's their name. If you're Mr. Vine.
Yeah, but that's not a title, Mr. Vine.
Mr. is a title.
Oh, Mr. is, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, as it happens, someone gave me an honorary degree once, and I could be Dr. Vine, but I don't choose to use that.
I've got an honorary degree as well.
Well, there we are, you're Dr. Coleman.
Dr. Coleman.
Why don't you call yourself Dr. Coleman?
I do occasionally.
Well, I'm embarrassed to say, you know, do you mind, it's Dr. Vine. But she does want to be called Duchess of Sussex because that came out during the documentary.
Duchess of Sussex. Sussex is her surname.
Okay,
she doesn't say Windsor.
Technically, it's not her surname.
Princess. She doesn't say, but that's what she regards as her surname.
Yeah, and fair enough.
Markle's when she was a single and when she was an actress. Okay, yeah. So that's her name.
Let's have a listen to the new Meghan.
I find that absolutely unbelievable an argument, Angela, because come on, Meghan calls herself the Duchess of Sussex at every possible opportunity. She puts it at the end of her Netflix show. It's so insane to try and say that she is not cashing in on an institution that she has tried to destroy. And this is the entire dichotomy and the entire hypocrisy of Meghan.
Yes, absolutely. And the ridiculous thing is that she puts it there because of hate. You know, why use a name that absolutely reminds you of a past that you no longer want to think about? But she wants to hang on to it, and I think it's quite ridiculous actually. And she looks silly because it's always there, and now she's got this royal signet at the top and her M, so it means she's not even with Harry anymore. It's her own part of the royalty, and I think she still would like to be Queen of the UK because then she could get things right for us. the fact is she's not going to get it, thank goodness. But she still feels that she was treated so badly, and she knows about how it all should be. And since she was only there for a very short time, she can't. You can't change your country, change your friends, change every type of work, and then say you know how to do it better than anyone else. You know, that's a ridiculous comment and thought.
And the thing is, Angela, what is so fascinating with woke daytime television in the United Kingdom is they know that it's so ludicrous to have to say Meghan Sussex and big up her show. But the problem is they also know that their bosses, for example, at Woke ITV, are telling them, oh, no, we love Meghan Sussex and you've got to call her Meghan Sussex. Watch this from my former colleague, Lorraine Kelly. But first, you know I never recommend anything unless I truly believe in it. And today I've got something absolutely game-changing for you. Have you ever stopped to think about how crucial comfort is, especially down there? Well, let me tell you, today's Outspoken is proudly sponsored by Sheath Underwear, the revolutionary brand shaking up men's comfort across the globe. And here's what makes it even better. Sheath was founded by a brilliant US Army veteran, Robert Patton, while he was serving in Iraq back in 2007. So that's right, this isn't just an underwear brand. It was designed for the toughest conditions imaginable. Patton was battling relentless heat and discomfort in full combat gear, and he thought there has to be a better way. And there is, because he created it. Let's be honest, traditional underwear just doesn't cut it anymore. Sheath's innovative dual pouch design ensures your comfort all day long, keeping things separate, cool, and fresh. Imagine your essentials being comfortably cradled away from unwanted friction and heat. Trust me, it is a genuinely transformative product. I have tested it at the gym, on long days at work, and I'm telling you, once you've experienced Sheath, there simply is no turning back. They're stylish, they're supported, and they deliver unmatched comfort. It's like upgrading from economy to first class, but for your underwear. So right now, I am offering you a 20% discount. It is exclusive at sheath.com. So 20% off your entire order. All you have to do is use my special promo code Outspoken at checkout. Sheath is the perfect present, by the way, if you're looking for something for your husband, your son, your brother, or hard to buy for mates. But if you are a lady and you end up on the website, you will see there are female versions available too. This is really cool as well. Sheath, did you know, was the first official underwear of the UFC. So you can go to sheath.com or just click on the link below, enter Outspoken on checkout, and then you can thank me later when you're feeling comfortable, confident, and ready to tackle anything your day throws at you. Sheath underwear, redefining comfort one pair at a time. But now, back to the show.
Gwyneth Paltrow and Meghan Sussex have addressed. We might sort of get together and do another Netflixy thing.
Why not? There was a lot of love for the first series of Meghan's with Love, and potentially Gwyneth Paltrow. She lives in Montecito as well.
It's another world.
Could potentially be a
Who knows?
a guest.
Who knows? It's all very strange. Good luck to them. Look, if you want to watch, watch. If you don't, don't. That's what I always say to people, that's for sure. Now, look, a few sore heads this morning.
But I mean, Angela, what does he mean? There's a lot of love. Has he not read any of the reviews? And actually, I do think this is why the mainstream media is dying, Angela, because they are so determined to push a particular ideology at ITV that they will literally just lie to their viewers.
Yeah. Well, I think there was almost no love there at all, because people were angry for so many different reasons, which, you know, you've already heard. I won't go through the list, but it was hugely disappointing, and people found it they couldn't bear to watch it. I know lots of people told me, and I think you too, they could only manage it for 10 minutes, and then they thought, I cannot bear it anymore. And the two of us who had to watch it all morning, or 4 or 5 hours, you know, I thought I was going to faint from it all, because it was so awful. It was so appalling. And it wasn't fun, and it wasn't loving. And you know, it's ridiculous. But people are frightened, aren't they? People always have to be goody two shoes. If they're on television, they have to say what they think they were expected to say, so that they're invited again. and so they'll get money, and they're not sort of sometimes cross like I am, and I don't care. I say what I think, and you do too.
Well, Angela, this is so funny because you talk about how difficult it was to watch the review. Watch With Love, Meghan, because we did a big review, and of course, people can watch that full episode. We watched all of With Love, Meghan, so you don't have to. But listen to this. A priest, Angela, has told Catholics to watch the Meghan Markle documentary as penance for Lent. So this is a parish priest, and he's Father Brendan Kilcoyne. He referred to one scene from the program in which Meghan talks to a beekeeper and claimed the bees were mortified by their conversation, which he sarcastically described as riveting. He said Meghan Markle is nemesis. She is the anti-monarchy. Thank God they're out there in Montecito, herself and her poor deluded noggins of a husband. So Father Brendan Kilcoyne says, actually, the only reason to watch Meghan Markle on Netflix is as penance for Lent. I thought that was quite something, Angela.
I think it's amazing, actually. You don't expect that from any father, do you? I mean,
No.
I don't know this man, but I think that it's fascinating that he found it so awful that he would say that. Now, you can't then say to me, look at all the love there. I don't think a priest would do that at all, unless he found that it was abominable and he wanted to really help people cope with looking at it.
And Angela, I have to ask you about this astonishing new report in the Sun newspaper, which details Meghan Markle's bold plan to become a billionaire. Some of the source quotes in this article, Angela, was just quite something. An insider said she wants to be a billionaire. She wants a private jet. She wants to live a certain way. The assumption is if you marry a Prince of England, then you end up with a private jet and the lifestyle she craves. But when she realized William and Kate would ultimately be in charge of how much they got in terms of their allowance, she was saying, we got to get out of here. So it was all about the money. I mean, the billionaire thing is interesting to me, Angela, because there is
the money and the fame. It's also the fame.
Yeah.
She wanted to be
She wants
known
both.
for herself. Yes.
But what did you make of the fact that this is actually like quite a plan? It's...
Yeah, well, I think occasionally some people know exactly what they want about money, because money is the main thing for them, because that will give you everything that you want if you've got lots of money. And so she's determined to do that, to say, there you are, the royal family, I can do better than you. And I think that she would like that, but she's not a person who will be satisfied ever with certain things, and I think money is one of them. So to say you want to be a billionaire and you're going to do it by yourself, largely by selling your clothes, not your own clothes, but clothes you've chosen, and she thinks she's going to do well. But we have seen now, experts, that in the years that she's gone and tried to do things, she's failed at everything. Now, sorry about that. I don't want to laugh or say, it serves you right. But I think that actually she can't do that. One of the reasons is she doesn't look at the detail, and she's got no patience. So she's put, for example, all the food and everything, told us all about it, where they're not on the shelves yet. You can't buy them yet. So if you wanted a good purchase, that you should have actually waited until the two things can be together, because nothing's better than saying, look, here's my wonderful jam. Here it is. Look at this. Taste it. It's absolutely lovely. You think, oh, why don't I do that? I'll go and get it from the shop. Whereas if you say, I've done that, and in 6 months' time it will be on the shelf, why bother? It gets very stale and you don't do it. So that's one big fault. And the other is she thinks that she knows much better than everything and everyone, and she knows how to do it. Well, she doesn't know how to make documentaries, and she doesn't know how to deal with people. And I think that's another one. So she's got two difficulties, but she doesn't see them because she's not interested in what anyone else has to say or tell her, which is, her fault. You need to learn, don't you? We all need to learn. And she hasn't, she can't run a monarchy because she wasn't there long enough. You have to be there, don't you, a long time.
Yes, indeed you do. And Angela, of course, we are just sending all of our good wishes to King Charles as he recovers this weekend. And hopefully the show is back on the road. But of course, if he needs to take more time, I think everyone will be completely understanding of that.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we wish him well.
Absolutely. Angela Levin, we will speak next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please click on my face just to the bottom left to subscribe to this brand new independent news source and turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to our brand new live shows, uncancelled interviews, and special royal episodes. Outspoken is also now available as a podcast, so you can listen to the show every weekday on the go, wherever you are.